Hey guys, it's Reptiles Aquatics here. Today I want to talk about something a little different than what I usually talk about. This video is not going to be my typical animal slash fish reptile video sort of thing. I'm just going to bring up a little topic that I'm kind of curious about. If any of you guys have experienced anything similar or have wondered about it. People and animals. Or more specifically, why people choose certain animals over others to have a fear of. And that basically corrupts their judgment on other things based on the animal.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
So what I mean by that is people who say, for example, like myself, keep snakes. I have other reptiles, tarantulas, stuff like that. I've encountered a lot of these sorts of things with people where, someone has basically made a decision on whether or not to have anything to do with me based on the pets I keep. It's like, oh, I like you, but you keep, I don't know, let's say cats, for example, and I like cats, but hypothetically, if I didn't like cats and I met someone and I liked them, then I'm like, oh, you have a cat, I don't like cats, so I don't want anything to do with you now. I've had that so much happen to me, like, all the time. Like, I'll meet someone, they find out I have snakes, all of a sudden they're not interested anymore. It's just ridiculous. And I kind of wonder why something so silly would change someone's whole judgment on someone else. Because of the pets I choose to keep, choose not to have anything to do with me, because you don't like pets, it's like, rightio, whatever. Yeah, I don't even know, honestly, where I'm meant to be going with this video. I just thought I'd have a bit of a rant about something, maybe, I don't know. And I guess I'm kind of curious if anyone out there has had similar things happen to them who keep similar stuff to what I keep, or even maybe not. The whole cute and fluffy thing is the most appealing thing for the choice for a pet for most people. You know, dogs and cats and rabbits and guinea pigs and stuff like that, all the cute things.
Look at that fluffy unicorn! He's so fluffy I'm gonna die! He's so fluffy!
And they're fine. I like dogs and cats myself. Used to have a dog actually. But the point I'm trying to make is when it comes to like a snake or a lizard, or another type of, I guess, exotic pet that you don't see every day that maybe isn't the cutest looking thing in the world, people, not everyone, a lot of people are like, well, for example, my personal experiences, people have said to me when I met someone for the first time and we're chatting for a bit, and they're like, oh, you keep snakes, that's so gross, or ew, snakes are ewy, or whatever, I don't know, like, oh, I'm never coming to your house as long as you got snakes, or it's just like, I don't get where that, I get where it comes from to an extent. There's irrational phobias, which are, yeah, that's different, I suppose. You can't really help that as easily, but people who just, they just decide themselves that they don't like this animal, they don't have an irrational phobia, based on the fact that it's not cute and fluffy, and of, I guess movies play a big part in it. They they portray these animals in a certain way that's usually inaccurate, but I don't get it, because the thing is, yes, a snake isn't cute and fluffy, yes, it can bite and it has teeth, so can a dog and a cat. I personally think a dog bite's worse than a snake bite, actually. And I mean, you look at a snake, you're afraid of an animal that has no arms, no legs, very bad eyesight, is deaf. I mean, what's it gonna do? You know, you gotta literally put yourself in a really stupid situation to even get bitten by a snake. It's like, where, I mean, you look at a dog, it's got fairly good eyesight, good hearing, and it can run faster than you can, and its bite's worse than a snake as far as I'm concerned. And there's more dog attacks that happen than snake attacks, I can guarantee you that one. But, you know, people choose the dog still because they're cute and fluffy. Now, look, I'm not hating on dogs in any way. I love dogs. I'm merely saying that I don't understand why people choose one animal over another based on complete bullshit, basically. Just because this animal's more aesthetically pleasing to you, you just put it in a certain category and ignore the actual facts behind it. I don't know. It's actually really frustrating. Yeah. Let us know if any of you guys have had anything happen like that. Like, I get it with, say, tarantulas and scorpions and the very small amount of people that do keep invertebrates like that. I understand that a bit more because people just seem to be naturally more afraid of spiders, I guess. And look, people do get bitten by spiders, you know, sometimes venomous ones, and they have to go to hospital, and it can sometimes end quite badly for them. So I understand there is a bit of a fear behind that happening. I mean, people get bitten by redbacks and funnelwebs all in Australia all the time. It just happens. Well, I wouldn't say all the time, but it happens. So I can kind of get that one a bit more. Like, I've had the same issue where people, right, in this day and age now, everything is on social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and then there's all these dating apps too, like Tinder, for example, and whatnot, where you just talk to people all the time. People are talking to people online every single day, sometimes complete strangers every day. And the internet's a wonderful thing, but it's a bad thing because you're able to share your opinion, as I'm doing right now, and I'm sure someone might not like it, but oh well, tough luck. Yeah, you're talking to people you don't know sometimes, like on dating apps. Guilty. And those people you mention, oh, I keep snakes, or I have a tarantula, or something like that, and it's like, ew, tarantulas are so gross, I don't want anything to do with you. It's like, okay, rightio. I mean, like, what do you think's going to happen? I mean, I think it's going to escape and climb into bed with you, and you're going to wake up with a spider crawling across your chest. I mean, geez, that's happened to me only like a couple of times. I mean, hardly ever. I mean, it's not even that big a deal. No, alright, in seriousness, that actually has happened to me once.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Where I actually did, it was a centipede, it got out, and it ended up in bed with me while I was with my partner. And that was fun to fly out of bed in the pitch black darkness, because felt something crawling across us. We had no idea what it was, and I knew all the things I had in my place that could be potentially venomous, so it's like, yeah, but that has happened once, so I understand some people not liking that. And I understand the connection with the fear with that, because it can happen, I suppose. But back then I was a lot younger, I didn't have proper enclosures, now I do. So it's all down to you as well. I mean, I wasn't keeping them in the proper enclosures at the time, and the centipede, being an escape artist that it is, managed to get out. I'm doing it, obviously now I'm not that young. I was young then, I'm not now. And yeah, that doesn't happen anymore because I keep these animals properly now. So, yeah, it's down to the owner being responsible as well. Look, I love the cute animals as well. I've had them plenty. I've got a bird, if you can hear him making noise right there behind the camera. I've had a dog. So yeah, the cute factor, I fall for it as well. But I try to think of all animals as equal to me. I don't care if it's cute and fluffy or it's scaly with sharp teeth and fangs. It's you ignore all those things that are just, skin deep, and you look at it for what it really is. It's a living creature with a brain and teeth, and that's it. It just wants to live its life. It's not interested in us or harming us. There's no difference between it. You take the fur, all the cute fur off a dog, and all those cute factors it has, like the cute eyes, you take all that away, it's an animal just like the lizard or the snake or whatever. So I just wish more people could think of it that way, because snakes do get a bad rap in the media and just with people in general, and it's because people don't actually take the time to actually get to know them properly before they make a judgment on them. Like, I have met people who at first didn't like snakes or even had a bit of a fear of them. I wouldn't say to the extent of an actual phobia, but they had some fear there, mainly because they just had no exposure to them. They didn't really know much of anything about them except what they saw on social media and in movies, which is usually bad. And after being around my snakes for a while, seeing me hold them, they actually still have that fear, but they're able to at least admit, I can see why some people like them. They are a pretty beautiful animal. I personally don't want to hold it because I don't think I'm ready for that, but I can see it's a really cool animal, and it actually has really nice colours, and it's kind of cool the way it behaves and stuff. And yeah, they acknowledge that as an animal, not as just this thing they're automatically afraid of.
Yes! Yes!
So I just wish more people could at least get to that level. You don't have to love it, you don't have to have one as a pet, but you don't have to hate them either, you know. They're just a living creature. And just because some people choose to have them as pets doesn't mean you have to categorize those people into a particular section as well, based on that. It's, yeah, I mean, I wish people would frankly get over it. Now look, I do understand people have irrational phobias that are legitimate things. I am not bashing on you guys. I fully understand that side of it, and it's much harder thing to overcome than just me saying I'll get over it. So I get that. I'm not at all having a go at that. I'm talking about the people that are choosing to just be ignorant when they don't have to be. That's pretty much my little rant, guys. I am very sorry that it is not a typical reptile video. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers. Bye.